right, we are so excited to be here today. It was thrown together in the last minute because I had the wrong time. Technology is amazing. We're going to be talking to someone across the globe from me. I am Matt Joshi, so I'm here with the Stronger Together podcast on this Wednesday. And I think because I was just super excited to have our next guest on, I miscounted the time for Pacific time to Eastern time. Then I had the link wrong. But that just shows you that wherever we are, we can continue to learn, continue to grow, and build on who we are as people. And no other than this person can share with us that journey as we welcome in Namya Joshi from all the way in India here to the Stronger Together podcast. So I'm excited to see you. How are you?
I'm good, Dr. Matthew. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are things going for you?
They're going really well. I just got over with my 10th board examinations. Now I'm in grade 11. I've chosen the humanities stream. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on right now.
Wonderful. So for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Namya Joshi, a grade 11 student studying at Sat Paul Mittal School in India. I'm currently 16 years old and also the official Minecraft student ambassador by Microsoft. Inspired by my own motto, each one, teach 10, I have spent the last 5 years designing and delivering free of cost coding workshops for more than 15,000 teachers, young people, especially girls in India and all over the world, as well as I have empowered them to run their own ventures. And that's exactly what the motto of each one, teach 10 is, that you train 10 and the chain keeps on continuing. So, what I basically do is raising awareness about social issues using game-based learning with STEM so that we can provide solutions to the problems that we face in the humanity. So that's exactly what I do.
Wonderful. So there's a lot more that you do. And if you don't have a chance or have not, visit Namia's website. All of her information is there. And follow her on Twitter at Wonder Namya, and so many great resources. And most recently, I think I saw that you had a chance to share your book with some individuals. So tell us a little bit about this.
Sure. So this was like a very wonderful opportunity given to students of our school to meet the MP of Thiruvananthapuram in India, that is Dr. Shashi Tharoor, and he's one of the member of parliament, and he's a very like eminent writer. He's written many books in history, and he came to our school, so I got an opportunity to present my work in the STEM lab about Minecraft, and I presented the world of digital citizenship. And besides that, like I got the chance to give my book to him, and the person standing next to me is him, and also the chairman of our school, Mr. Rakesh Mittal. So like I have always like been very grateful for my school, who has given every student of our like school wonderful opportunities to meet eminent personalities, and one of them being Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So it was great to meet a writer.
That's awesome. So we've kind of touched on it a little bit, but talk about this. Your book, Each One Teach 10, The Journey Continues. For those out there who haven't had a chance to read it or learn about it, tell us what that is.
Sure. So I have it here with me. That's my book, Each One Teach 10. Thank you for sharing the image. So this book is basically behind the motto, Each One Teach 10. And like I mentioned earlier, that it's like a way to make the ripple effect, to spread knowledge to all the people. And whatever like I have done till date, I have noted down all my experiences in this book and how I started using Minecraft just as a game, and then how it inspired me to take it towards the field of education, because I had seen students get in trouble, just seeing concepts through the book is not easy to understand. And also, like, there was a workshop in our school wherein we had to train teachers about Minecraft. And that's the day, like, the dots aligned, and I got this idea of using Minecraft in the classrooms. And also, like, I started with my motto, each one teach 10, that we need to educate people, because I totally believe that SDG for quality education is the goal. If it can be achieved, then all the goals can be achieved. So through this book, I just want to spread out the message that education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. And we should, keep on sharing it, because the more you share, the better person you become.
Yeah, and I think that that sharing piece is important. It's not just what you know, it's not just how you can bring it forward, but what would you say to someone who's looking at you? You are incredibly intelligent and accomplished, but saying, "Oh, well, she's just in high school. How is this work going to impact me as a teacher?" What would you share with them?
So, like, I have created lessons in Minecraft, about what we study in the classroom. So I could share that with them. Like, I've created, like, for grade 6 onwards, I started creating lessons. It's there on my website. Like, you can see namyajoshi.com. You can always go ahead and look at the resources. I have uploaded many words there. So you can always go check them out. And besides that, like, I've always been asked, like, how do you feel like training teachers because you're just a student? Well, like, I've always believed that if you have something to share, then it's not like if it's an elder person or a younger person. A person is like who is always open to learning, and the teachers in my school have always been open to learning from students. And like, I think educators who've met till date, even they have been very open to learning from students like me who have the power to spread out their voice. So I think that's what I would like to say. Like, even if you're younger, but I think students like us are the future, and if they have a voice, so the educators are the ones who are listening to us and are empowering us.
Yeah, and I think all of that is so important that we focus on the work that you're doing, how it can support others, and giving students a voice and being, the role model behind that. And how were you given a voice at a very young age?
I guess I would love to give that to my school, because that's when I told you, like, about having given an opportunity to conduct a workshop about Minecraft for teachers in my school. And like, I always have been like a person who loves to talk to people, but I guess it all started with my school because my school has groomed me a lot. And I think starting from that day when I got an opportunity to train the MIEEs, I started gaining more confidence. And like, even in the lockdown, like, I got an opportunity to conduct many workshops for teachers and students. So like, day by day, I kept on getting more and more opportunities, and that's exactly what groomed my voice, that I could spread out my knowledge with people and at the same time learn from them, because learning is the most important thing. So I think collaboration, communication, creating different things, taking part in competitions, and being part of different organizations has what made my voice stronger. And that's exactly what I do now. With each one teach, and I wish to make the voice of other people stronger as well.
Yeah, and I think again, just modeling the things that you talk about and you share, and you had an opportunity at a young age to share your voice. So tell us a little bit about this. So if I see that it says grade 7, so that must have been 3 years ago.
Yep.
So what is that?
So I had actually gone to Finland to the Chaos event. I was a keynote speaker there to conduct a workshop for educators across the country. So that was like my first experience of meeting educators IRL, like from across the world. I mean, in a different country. And like, I had been like given a call that the president Microsoft India, Mr. Anant Maheshwari, would like to meet me like when I come back from Finland. And I thought it might be like in his office, we would meet each other and then I would go back home.
Uh-huh.
But when I came there, I was like standing on the stage in front of educators all over the country, and like, he was asking me questions and I was answering them. So if I be honest here, like, I was very nervous, my hands were shivering, even my legs, but still, like, I was able to answer his questions. And I think that was a great opportunity for me. And like, when I came out of the hall, I had experienced something that I never experienced before. Like, all educators were coming to me, they were saying hello to me, and I even
That's
mentioned that
great.
in my book, that like I had never experienced such a thing before. Like, they were treating me like I'm a different kind of person. So like, that's actually felt really good, and that again motivated me to keep on doing more, because all these experiences have been a validation to do the right thing and to keep on continuing with what you're doing.
So all of these great things that you're doing and empowering individuals, where do you get your learning from? Where do you get inspiration? How do you learn new things?
Like my inspiration has always been like my mother, who always tells me to never give up. Then there's my father, who tells me to keep on innovating, even if like you've created a really great thing, but innovation has to keep on continuing. Like you can make a better model of what you have created right now. Then it's always been my grandparents, who like have been telling me different stories like of their past, and what different experiences that they have gone through. And like from every experience, like there have been a like small learning that we can apply in our lives. And then my principal, Mrs. Bhupinder Gogia, my school, again for grooming me and for appreciating in all my endeavors. So when I have to go to conduct workshops in school IRL, or like go to Finland, so like I've always been my school has been very supportive of that. And like I think the last one would be myself, because like even if I did not motivate myself, then all of these four pillars would have been a waste, because unless you don't have the willpower, then nobody can motivate you. And besides that, of course, the educators like you, Marialis, and many more, who have been keep on posting different things from which I learned, and also like keep on motivating me on every endeavor of mine.
So you brought up Mary Alice. What would you say to her in her work and things that she's done to help
First,
you?
I would like to say, Marialis, I miss you already.
Oh, there she
Oh,
is.
Yay! I miss you already.
oh my God, I didn't expect that.
Ah, surprise.
Hello.
Well, when I heard that you were on, there was no way I was going to miss the opportunity, because it's you, and you inspire me, but you inspire so many people. And we're in the middle of this month-long like extravaganza celebration, and we kicked it off with you, Namya, because of your words and actions. So I was holding your book, and I was holding Matt's book, because this is really the power of Stronger Together. And
Hold it up again.
okay.
I like it. Keep going.
Yay! And I wasn't ready, but I have underneath my sweatshirt,
Oh boy.
I'm representing. Hold on live.
This is live. This could get interesting.
I'm representing.
Wow.
Yes, of
Each
course.
1
Yeah, there was no way I was going to miss an opportunity to celebrate you, Namya. So, thanks for the opportunity, Dr. MX, for letting me jump on and share my chair.
Of course. And we were talking about inspiration. We were talking about learning. Mary Alice, what was it when you met Namya that was the inspiration to continue to support her work and eventually, not really introduce her to me, but just put it out there, and then just kind of making the connection? You essentially tagged me to be like, hey, check this out. What did you see in her?
Okay, so this was during the pandemic, when things were really kind of bleak, right? And try to bring some joy. So there was a lot of people that I feel like we were working and learning and playing all, at home online. And so we put together this cohort, and it was for educators. It was for 6 weeks, and Namya was the only student. And so, that idea that there's a perception probably that, oh, the educators are going to, be those mentors, but it was a two-way street. And like how much we all learned from Namya, and then what she created in 6 weeks. And then you just say, wow, like in a time that was kind of bleak and dark, in all that darkness, there was so much hope within that first cohort. And Namya really was the bright spot. And then from that moment on, any opportunity to be involved in anything that Namya was doing, I've signed me up. And so when that tweet came this fall, was it this fall?
Mm-hmm. End of October.
End of October, that said, and you tagged a lot of people. I just happened to be the first one that responded, that you really wanted to get your story out there. Does anybody have a publisher? And I was, the tweet's out there for eternity.
Well,
how about Matthew X. Joseph?
And the crazy thing is, we didn't even know each other, you and I, at that point.
No, I mean, I had met you. I had known
Briefly.
about you. I can give a shout out to Lori Guion, right?
Absolutely.
But we had never been, like our paths didn't really purposely, meaningfully, deliberately cross until that tweet. And that goes back to that book too, right? The Power of Connections.
Sure, and I am ever thankful to have the opportunity to meet Namya and to learn and be inspired and to have a small part in sharing her voice and her work. And you're Namya, you're so put together and you're so professional. But come on, you got to tell me, when you see this picture, what feeling do you get? Like, what does that do to see all of those professionals, educators with holding your book? Like, come on, how does that feel?
Like when I first saw it, like I was jumping. I'm like, let's go. I'm so
Yeah, all
happy.
right,
Like
good.
people holding them in their hands. And like it actually I also felt like really emotional because people holding the books with the smile on their faces. And like it all thanks to you, Mary Alice and Dr. Matthew, for making that thing come true. And like when I first saw it like on Twitter, I was jumping like, wow, people holding the book. So I think that was the first feeling that when I saw the books.
And I think for me, obviously thrilled to be a part of that event and to be there and to share that. But it was almost, besides, yes, it was a little emotional to see because I was just so proud of the work that you've done and to be partnering with the DigSit Academy. But for me, things that are actually relevant in real time are important. And the book is titled Each One Teach 10. That is your hashtag. That is your mission. And my goodness, if you look at the amount of people there, if each one of those impact 10 people, and we're talking thousands of people. And when you thought of that hashtag, when that and kind of the creation of your mission, what was your hope in the outcome? You don't seem like someone who just does something random. Like, what was your hope for the outcome of Each One Teach 10? Not the book so much, but just the thought and theory behind it.
Sure. So you might have heard of the hashtag each one teach one. So like it goes 1 1 1 1, and then like I was just thinking one day, I'm like, how about we do like each one teach 10? Like if you train 10 people, then that those 10 people can like individually train next 10, and like that basically makes a huge chain. Like Mary Alice says, a ripple reaction, and like I always said like one day we can have like each one teach million, and then on this planet nobody will be left who is not uneducated. So like we'll have everybody having the knowledge, and then we are there achieving the best of the world that we need to live in harmony and to achieve the SDG goals. So like
One,
the main purpose was to spread knowledge and to because I always have been that kind of person since the beginning who loves to share. And I think this was another purpose of to share my knowledge with other people, with each one can teach 10.
and that's wonderful. And Mary Alice, I know the work that you do is very personal with your own family, and then in the work with the DigSit and the DigSit family that you've created. What do you see happening that as this starts to evolve from an idea to your original book with your son to now doing events and seeing Namia up there and doing this month-long DigSit? Like, how are you seeing that Each One Teach 10 philosophy happen in real time for you?
Okay, well, this is like that. I mean, there are a lot of hashtags out there, right? Like for branding, but Namya actually lives it. Like, this isn't just a hashtag. This isn't just a motto. Like, she has really committed herself. And so when I see what Namya is doing, and I think, how can we have, right? How can we help inspire and empower more Namyas in the world? And so by Namya's words and her actions, by that hashtag, by that motto, by how she lives, her words and her actions, it's got that ripple effect. And that's why we wanted you to be the opening, keynote for this month-long celebration that we have going on right now, this global student showcase where we are celebrating, students and classrooms and school communities around the world in different languages as well, in different time zones. We're meeting people at their time zones, and we're celebrating how to use technology for good. And that is that hashtag each one teach 10 in action. And when I even go back, if I were to, connect that dot to my own my own journey with my son when he was younger and how we started DigSit Kids. And it was, we used a hashtag, be that kind, and kind would always be in capital letters, be that kind of kid. Although we'd switch out, be that kind of book, be that kind of publisher, be that kind of classroom, right? We kind of did a play on words there, but that you want your words and actions, you want them to inspire others. And so I see Namya's presence, like her fingerprint, her ripples everywhere. And it makes me really proud. I'm very, very proud.
So, and as am I, I'm thrilled in under 6 months to really foster this connection, friendship, and continued work. So, speaking of that, Namya, what's next for you?
For me, so like I've taken up humanities stream right now, and the subjects are like political science, mass media economics, mathematics, and psychology. So like this is what I'm really interested in. So like I want to do higher studies in these subjects. And besides that, like I'm also doing 2 internships right now. Like one of them is with G20 in India, like Y20, and also like with organizations like 100, which includes 100 students across the world who are like working on social impact projects. So like I've got an opportunity to be one of them. So I'm working on that right now. And besides that, I have my startup where I have been like working on for a year now, and like I'm working on growing the project and like giving the ideas out. So like I'm taking more inspiration, and then I have the second book that I'm working upon, that is going to be out this year. And besides that, I am like again taking in workshops and going ahead with life, going with the flow, and then continuing with each one, teach 10.
Wonderful. And I think, again, I mean, I've had a chance to talk to your mom, and she must be super, super proud. And it's great to see, that family part of it. And also for me, again, I've known you for only 6 months, but I've seen the kind of excitement start to come out in you, even when you're talking now, and you're as serious as you are, you're also being 16 and you're being excited about things. And, I really, really like seeing that and that growth. And so the last question I always ask, and I'm going to ask you both, and I'll start with you, Mary Alice, and then I'll move to Namya. But a picture I saw recently that you posted, I think it was at the same event. It's you leading this kind of innovative workshop for, professionals and students. But because, my book, Stronger Together, is about us all working together. It's very similar to the DCI motto. It's very similar to the, we before me, very similar to each one teach 10. We have that drive to bring people together. And I just want to know what that means to you. So Mary Alice, I'm going to start with you. What does Stronger Together mean to you?
Okay, let's just even go back to that picture, right? Can you put up that picture? I mean, that to me, the idea that it doesn't matter how young or old you are, right? It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what religion or traditions you practice or customs, right? Like we are one world, one human race. And when we have the opportunity to really learn side by side, that intergenerational approach, that is Stronger Together. And that picture, I feel like, sums it up, why we're the collective we, and what, everybody is a learner and everybody has something to teach as well. And that picture, what's the expression? It's like 1,000 words for that picture, but that says it all for Stronger Together to me.
Wonderful. Nami, what does Stronger Together mean to you?
For me, like I would totally agree with Mary Alice. And I think Stronger Together for me would be like, even if you're a great leader or you have done great things in life, or you always have to know how to take people along with you and like step by step go along with them, and step edge to edge and like be with them and like take them forward with you. And that's how you take people ahead, and then motivate them to become the change makers. Because even if you are one, you have to be the one who can make other people come forward, showcase their skills, and then let them also become the change makers. Because our world does not need one, but we need many, so that we can create a great world.
Oh, wonderful. That was beautiful, because one, right, becomes many, just like the hashtag. That's it.
Absolutely. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for jumping on, Mary Alice. Of course, I had the wrong time. I'm glad Namya was like, "Hey, I'm here waiting for you two. Like, come on."
I didn't know about Marielle is
I
coming.
know.
I was like,
And
oh
if
my
you
God, I'm so
haven't yet,
happy.
follow Namya at her hashtag below, or Twitter handle, sorry, is below, or check out her website as well. So many great resources, some of the great work that she's doing. And of course, make sure to tag Each One Teach 10 as you continue to inspire and really harnessing that we over me mentality. So thank you both for taking the time today. Stick around after the end and continue to inspire, and Mary Alice, continue to bring that work to life that is ensuring that we use tech for good.
Thank you so much for letting me just be a surprise on
There
this
you go.
live session.
All right. See you later.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.